Okay, this was a fantastic episode, and although I'd already been spoiled about the big reveal of Dark Meister Yugioh, the music, the build-up, was perfect in presenting in what was a super enjoyable episode. Hello everyone and welcome to Dueling with Downton, and today we're talking all things episode 114 of the Yugioh Go Rush anime series, an episode where we see Udias versus the Dark Meister. And I really loved how this duel played out at the start, so without further ado, let's get into it. So why do I like the opening stages of this duel so much? Well, it's been set up in a way that allows us to see just how far Yugioh is willing to go within the next episode. Let me explain. So finally we get to see a Dark Matter Enigma being summoned by actually using Dark Matter Mist, as to the alternative where we've always seen other lower attack point value cards changing their name to Dark Matter Mist in order to fusion summon for this monster. Now what this actually does is it takes Yudias' strongest fusion / combo to beat this. And yes, we as viewers know that the Dark Meister has more to offer in the form of contact fusion. So ultimately she will overpower Yudias in this current duel. So again, this does two things. Firstly, if Yugioh does contact fusion in the next episode, it shows how strong her resolve is and expand the Dark Matter Empire, furthering her goals, whatever they may be. However, if she doesn't contact fusion, then this shows her weakness, and then we start to questioning why she'd done this in the first place, if her resolve was this weak. Secondly, the layout of the duel will, however, give Yudias something new. Now this could be contact fusion, or it could just be the return of Transamu power. But I would really expect something new from Yudias to win this duel. Otherwise, let Yugioh win this duel and further expand the storyline. But if I had one monster that I wish to see from this duel in Yudias' possession, would be Darkness Galactica Oblivion. Now, this would be strange because we left that monster ages ago back in the Kawaii arc. However, with all of this talk about darkness and being in the dark matter zone, I think it would be really fitting. It would show the Dark Matter Empire that the darkness is just as important as the light. So yeah, I do think this duel was very smartly presented in terms of storytelling, but next episode will cement this idea in furthering the characters and the plot. Now then, the build up to the big reveal. Yes, Yugioh is the Dark Meister, not the cat. But later, I'll talk about the cat. But with the Dark Meister being Yugioh, it makes a lot of sense, as we've seen her using cards that are references to cards that Yugioh once used throughout the series. And the whole knowledge of the curry bread situation is well played to factor into this, because only Yugioh would know about it because she's from Earth. But what I really loved about this build-up was Yuhi's constant uneasiness, and the writers kind of played on the twins' telepathic connection that we've had as a plot thread throughout the series, as from the moment that Yuhi and the Dark Meister locked faces, things got a bit weird and a bit tense between the two. Firstly, we had the bluff. The Dark Meister knew that Yuhi was bluffing, and this came from knowing who Yuhi is and understanding how Yuhi thinks / acts. And who better than Yugioh to know what Yuhi is like, because they're twins. Secondly, the speech about suffering and creating a road. Words that directly link back to the duel that happened at the end of season 2, which Yuhi was a part of. He saw how Yugioh felt Yuga's sadness and suffering, and the word road is synonymous with the Odo family. So if anyone was to make that connection, it would be Yuhi. Thirdly, the way the Dark Meister spoke and interacted with the cat when it took all that damage was very heartfelt, soft, sweet and warm. Very similar to how Yugioh sent off Yuga when returning him back to his timeline. Now there may have been a lot more, but to me these were the main points that kind of connect Yugioh and the Dark Meister together that Yuhi would have been able to pick up on. That, along with the visuals of the eyes and mind sort of overlapping, very much how they showed when they were telepathically connected in the first arc. Again, these things all connect. And Yuki did kind of notice this before the reveal actually happened, and I'm glad they did this because it makes this character seem a little bit more sharper. Now, staying with Yuumu's character, I love her new outfit. Seeing her without the glasses though was a little bit odd, but I like that because it's the same in real life. When you look at someone who you know wears glasses and you see them without the glasses, it does make you go, oh, they look different. But her becoming this evil empress and creating the Dark Matter Empire kind of reminded me of Majin Yuga's persona from the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime series when he dueled against the Luke Man. Now this was Yuga just having some fun and not him actually turning to the dark side. But one thing I do want to point out as well was the fact that the Dark Meister was playing up this mysterious villain type of role, yet throughout the entire arc, the Dark Meister and the Dark Empire hasn't seemed evil or antagonist really in any way. They just want a certain magical curry bread, for whatever reason. So again, I do like that kind of connection as well, because we're linking once more to Yuga and Yuumu's characters. With that being said, it does now open a new dynamic, and yes, they have found Yuumu, but why is she on the side of dark? What is her goal, and will she be able to return to Yuhi? After all, it seems like the goal is to reunite, but every time they do, the distance seems to only grow further and further apart. Like she's created the Dark Empire now. She won't be able to just leave them to their own devices. Will they be able to come back to Earth, or can they only exist in space? These are questions that we're going to have to find the answers to, and I do like that adds a bit more complexity to the whole situation. Now, returning to the cat real quick, I do think the cat is partly Yuumu in terms of how the characters that we've known from the Dark Matter Empire so far can transform into the cat-like state. Yet, the Dark Meister, we haven't seen them do that yet. And with the knowledge now that she is from the land of light, this could be the dark alternative to, the Dark Meister, which again is the one who takes the damage, so that Yuumu doesn't have to take it and the main body doesn't sustain it. I'm not saying like she's been overwritten or mind controlled or anything like that. I'm just saying that part of her consciousness has kind of been implanted into the cat, thus making it so that they both work in tandem and they are technically the same being. Now, moving on, I want to talk about Udias. And this episode gave him a great showcasing, and I loved how he was respectful, yet very determined and focused on the task at hand, finding information on reviving the Vulgarians. But with this new reveal, it will offer a new challenge for Yudias, as he once again faces his friend on the battlefield. Now, this battle has more complications to it than it first might seem, as we need to learn why she's here, and what Yuumu's motivations are, plus the main fact of the battle damage being physical, real damage that harms the humans. Now you might be thinking, well, this is nothing new, but Yudias has experienced this damage firsthand, and now he has to inflict that same type of damage on a friend. And we know Yudias, he doesn't like hurting his friends. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how Yudias moves forwards here, because if he doesn't take action, the Vulgarians will forever be trapped. Yet the only way to save them is to hurt another person. Another interesting thing to look out for in the upcoming episodes will be how the Dark Men will act, after finding out their leader is a human from the realm of light. I like how the shut-in Dark Man was skeptical about Yugioh, and this reveal can only further his thoughts and speculations about there being some massive plan in the works that further keeps the Dark Men in the dark. Because we know from this episode that the Dark Meister hasn't clued them in on everything, and this just kind of proves why she hasn't. The animation and the music played a massive part in this episode, and it perfectly blended together to make the episode even more entertaining. And I really liked the voice acting too from all characters involved. So far, So as far as episodes are concerned, this was an amazing first part of a duel, and I can't wait for more information to be revealed and to see how everyone presses forward with their respective roads and the knowledge that they have now gained. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on this episode, and I hope to see you again soon. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and all those good things, and I'll see you in the next review. Have a great day, alligator, matane, goodbye.